It's Wednesday. It's Dynamite. Pretty good show. How's the Black win? They're going. We're going to get to it. Pitter patter. Let's get it. Here we go. On today's show, Will Osprey and Kyle Fletcher will meet at Full Gear. Interesting. Moxley says he's going to make an example of Cassidy. In the process, too, Darby Allin got thrown around like a rag doll by Claudio. We'll talk about that. Guy's an idiot at times. And Lashley, once again, beats the hell out of Swerve. Well, good to see we're building up Lashley. Bad for that. A lot better so far than WWE. But today, first, though, we're going to start off with the House of Black qualifying and beating FTR, which is like, wow. Out of left field in this one. Like, I mean, compared to what usually happens with FTR, how they usually tend to like almost get into all these matches. Because right now, this is a qualifying match for who will face in a four-way match for the tag team titles against Private Party at Full Gear. House of Black were in a qualifying match tonight against FTR. Excellent match. Love seeing the House of Black. Really happy they won. Looks like Malachi is so far staying. There was a lot of talk last week about Malachi Black's possible departure. He did actually go on there and did talk about say how he's not really leaving and all those things. He's not doing any of that stuff. He's not injured, any of that stuff things. So as of right now, Malachi will be staying in AEW. How long? Time will tell. But right now, this is a good start. You know, House of Black, Malachi Black, along with Brody King, beat FTR tonight in a really good match that went over time. They've been doing that a lot more often here on AEW on Wednesdays, running past their time limit, which is cool. Good with that. You know, it just sometimes doesn't record well. Stupid things. But we got a chance to watch the whole thing there too, so we got the whole thing down. Anyway, Brody King doing obviously Brody King things. You know, right, using stuff like a human cannonball, going through the outside and taking everybody out. FTR doing FTR stuff, right? Typical tag team stuff. Massive like throwback, like I said, to the 80s. These guys, a lot of tag team work. Very popular folks. It's interesting though how the House of Black won though. Came to the point where it was Dax in the ring with Brody. Brody got a couple pinfalls there. You know, he couldn't put him away. But he ended up doing a sleeper hold the way he usually do to Darby Allin, those matches they had in the past with Darby. And that's how he ended up winning. Which is pretty cool, actually, how that worked out. Thank God, I'm actually happy this happens like the way it is. FTR doesn't need to be in this match. They don't. They really, really don't. Like, if you think they do, comment down below, subscribe, and let me know. Because I really want to hear what you guys think of this. If FTR should have gone over House of Black. Because I'm a House of Black fan. I love Malachi Black, right? I love Buddy. You know, I like Brody King. And on top of that, we got a promo tonight before the match started of Julia Hart coming back from injury. We had one last week from Collision of her shooting her pretty self with an arrow. And then she waking up in a bed in her room today with a phone call from Brody saying it's time to come back. And she has no idea what the hell's going on. Kind of a creepy thing. But I'm looking forward to having Julia Hart back because she's part of the House of Black. Right? Lovely whole character of Julia Hart on this whole thing, too. She's really grown as a character, as a wrestler. She's been off, obviously, due to injury. So House of Black looks like coming back to full force. Excited for this. I'm actually really hoping they're going to take the tag team titles off Private Party. Yes, I understand people that will start commenting down below will say, oh, well, Private Party just won the belts off the Bucks. They should have one. No, absolutely not. Give it to the House of Black. They've been around. They deserve it. They really do. All I'm going to say about that for now. Talk more about it after a bit. Will Osprey versus Kyle Fletcher.
Will Osprey came down for an interview with Tony Schiavone, quickly told Tony Schiavone just to pretty much get out. Likes to see him, yada, yada, but leave to leave. So, he calls out Kyle Fletcher, says he wants an explanation from Kyle Fletcher as to why the hell he did what he did. Well, Kyle Fletcher comes on out. He's like, oh, well, look, it's all about Will. See the jealousy, folks? So, Will Osprey basically just says this. He goes, listen, mate, a lot of things I've done for you, opening doors for you. You know, I've done a whole lot of things for you. In the pandemic, while you're in Australia, I had you come over to my house, stay with me, helped you come to, come in, help pick up my kid at school with me. All those things. You know, he wants to know, are you trying to be on a Will Osprey wannabe? Or are you trying to be on your own? Be like your own Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher didn't really seem like that too much. He basically called, he didn't want to be called a clone of Osprey. He says, I'm not a clone of you. Kyle's opened my eyes. I need to see how the wrongs I've done be hanging out with you. Will Osprey, he says, I just did the exact same thing. He says to Will, I just did the exact same thing you did to Okada and Kenny Omega. And Will starts laughing at this. Like, May, bravo. First thing he said was like, before I even ever did, he goes, I own the fact that I stabbed Okada in the back. I stabbed Omega in the back. But before I did all that, I was already a 3-time World Super Juniors, 2-time two-time winner of the Super Juniors, 3-time junior heavyweight champion. Held titles all over every other country I've been in or continent I've been in. What have you done? Ask Fletcher, what have you done? And don't mention stuff about Aussie Open. What have you done? You, Kyle Fletcher. Kind of say that like to ask other people sometimes. What have you done? What was time you get the whole Homer Simpson arms go up? I don't know. Right? Could never really answer it. Fletcher and just say it's not what I've done. You might be worried about. It's what I'm going to do. And that's really there. He challenged Will Osprey at Full Gear for a match. I'm already picking right now. Probably match of the night. More likely, Will Osprey called himself Mr. Pay-Per-View. Kind of hard not to argue. Kind of hard to argue. He's literally pretty much probably the best match in at least every pay-per-view he's been on since that I've seen. I mean, what you gonna say? Anyway, as this concludes, he's told me he's gonna teach him a lesson. He's gonna beat him up. He's gonna hold that little carrot from everybody he thinks he's gonna get. He's gonna take it away from him. Just like he mentioned how he did that how Fletcher did that tire driver to him, right? And he lost feeling in his hand, and now when his son holds his hand, he can't feel it for 5 minutes. You take that, take shit away from him. Good for him. Excited to see it. Hopefully he does it. Probably won't, but hopefully he does it. Right? After that, though, Lance Archer and Brian Cage end up showing up. Will's like, whoa, back up. Let's just hold on a second here. I have friends too. And Will Hobbs shows up along with, who the hell was it? Who the hell was it? Oh, Davies. Mark Davies shows up, and they all start brawling. Right? Which leads into, I'm going to get into this, I was going to get into it later, but we're going to lead into it anyway. Roger Strong versus Lance Archer, and it falls count anywhere. Because it's all swerved into one, just so you know, folks. This is how it started with Osprey. They were right into this strong match where Roderick Strong beat Lance Archer, Falls County match. They didn't even see the ring in this match, just so you know, folks. They never saw the ring at all. It was completely all outside. It literally started with Lance Archer putting Strong to a table. They started fighting outside the crowd, hitting Archer with a chair. Strong did a few times. Ends up getting the pinfall. Goes into the outside, into the ring. Says, MJF, I'm a moment away from you, man. I'll, take you out. Beat the hell out of you. Takeshita comes out right on after, right, and starts attacking Strong. Adam Cole then comes out, and Adam Cole comes out, and he starts attacking Fletcher. Meanwhile, attacking Takeshita. His whole music's still playing the entire time. The entire time. They're not even stopping it. They played it long enough to the point where Cole ends up knocking Takeshita out of the ring, where Cole goes, boom! And he goes, out the goal, baby. Eventually, Takeshita gets back to the ring, they ring the bell, and the music stops. Literally, all that. It went from back to back to back in one giant, huge sequence. Referee just came running down. 1, 2. Cole ends up losing to Takeshita, though. Which is funny how that happened. Takeshita gets knocked out to the ring. Where strategically placed diamond ring is. He puts the diamond ring on. Cole comes to grab him by reaching over and gets decked by Takeshita. He comes on in. Takeshita goes in there. Lloyd's on top of him. 1, 2, 3. Cole isn't facing MJF anytime soon. Kind of fall cry in what I thought from last week. I really thought this was going to go to triple threat, where Strong was going to turn on Cole. Boy, I was wrong. Or am I? We'll find out. But right now, we're getting Strong versus MJF at Full Gear by the looks of it. I mean, I'm upset by it. I'm not upset by it by any means. By the end of the match, though, Takeshita's standing there. Strong comes back in, attacks Takeshita. Right? Takeshita starts beating on him. Kyle O'Reilly shows up. And he starts beating on Takeshita. Takeshita rolls out of the ring. He's walking to the back. He's holding his tie like he's a winner, doing his job. And then he gets attacked by Ricochet. Ricochet beats him, takes the top, holds up his high leg. Look, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm the champion. No, you're not. No, you're not. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I can't deny Ricochet probably doesn't deserve that Continental title and international title, but I regress. We'll find out. Not sure yet. Kyle O'Reilly's in there. He shakes Strong's hand like this. Hey, good job. Cole tries to shake his hand. Kyle O'Reilly looks at him like, you're a piece of crap. And he walked out of the ring. Cole's like, what the hell? What did I do? Time will tell as to what happens here. Time will tell. But Kyle O'Reilly gets back with those two guys. Because I don't know if he wants to do the whole Undisputed Kingdom stuff. Because they're kind of weird. But at least two of them are. Anyway, since I got over that, moving on to Moxley. John Moxley comes out to the ring today. And he just basically says he's going to beat the ever-loving piss out of Cassidy, making an example out of him. Says to Cassidy that here you are. You couldn't save your friend Yuta. He follows me because he has more trust and faith in you. He's not your friend. Talk about how his best friend was Chuck Taylor's at home sipping out a straw because he couldn't save him. Now Cassidy's going to make an example of Cassidy at Full Gear by beating the helmet straight to mincemeat. Nobody uses that term anymore. Mincemeat. I mean, that's a good one. Like the old one. It's an old good one. Like Missy, chop liver. Those things. Nobody ever says those anymore. Cassidy is coming out, flanked by Mark Briscoe and Rock Romero. Now comes out there and starts saying, I agree with you, Mox. You're absolutely right. Everybody said about me. Just sit back and chill out. Don't really care too much. I'm a pretty good wrestler. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at it. Says you hold the key to everything title. The prize. I think you put on a pedestal. And Moxley's response is, you know what, it doesn't matter, I'm going to beat the living hell anyway. Make an example out of you. Then Cassie's like, I'm going to basically take out your pawns. Calls you to a pawn. Next week, we're getting Cassidy versus Yuta. We'll take out your pawns so you take King. Moxley's like, you go ahead, try it. Go ahead. Find out next week. They're leaving. As they're leaving, going back, as the way they always come out. Moxley does do. And by the way, they're not called the Beast Boys, they're Death Riders. You mentioned that last week. They are called the Death Riders now. How I feel about that. I like the BCC better, but whatever. Anyway, as they're leaving, Darby Allin wearing a pink mask jumps on Claudio. And all of a sudden, Briscoe, Cassidy, and Romero all come running out. They start jumping. They start fighting Yuta, Moxley, right? Claudio, Marina Shafir still punch people while holding a briefcase. They have getting out of there. They are fighting. They have going back. They're getting the truck. Right? Claudio gets the truck. Moxley gets the truck. Marina's the truck. Yuta's nowhere to be found yet. Yours not even the truck. Leave that Yuta. Darby jumps to the back of the hood, back in the cab of the truck. Jumps out. Claudio stops. Gets out. Darby starts fighting Claudio. Darby gets picked up by Claudio. Claudio runs right in the garage door. And drops him and swings him into the garage door. And a lot of people out there really like Darby. I've said before the show. Darby is going to get seriously hurt. For some of the dumb crap he does. I understand being young, dumb. I get that. We've all done it. God knows I put a friend or two to go before too. Okay. But I learned my lessons as I got older. Darby understands entertaining than I am, but you know, careful. By the way, looks like Darby's Claudio at some point. He has the match they want to do. Eventually Claudio gets back in the truck. Yuta comes in, just the back. Go, they go. A lot of things happen. I don't see Cassidy wins the slightest. I just don't. Like I said, I'm going to stick with my pick. Darby will take Thrones, Moxley. Cassidy didn't say has beat Moxley before. There's a bit of Moxley though. He's a lot more crazy. He's like he's a few bricks short of full load. So we'll find out what happens. I mean, we'll see. Like I don't. Darby's not going to win. Darby's probably going to lose to Claudio. In order to set this bump up to be better, you need him have wipe through these guys. For now. Okay. Moving on to get a crap kick out of him. Swerve had an amazing match with Leo Rush tonight. Leo Rush at one point, jumped off him, jumped back onto him, jumped off him, jumped onto the steps, then hurricanrana to Swerve on the other side of the floor. Right? I love how Swerve does this whole rolls into him, somebody picks the guy up, and then goes up to a stand and suplexes him. Like that. I love how he does that stuff. Excellent exchange to the point where you're just standing there. They're just doing moves back and forth. Swerve eventually ends up getting the pin, beating Leo Rush. They made a lot of mention that Leo Rush and him were very good friends at one point. Leo Rush came out in his usual oversized, massive Seth Rollins wannabe jacket. Dancing to his beat of his own drum, wherever that drum that is. Swerve does the opposite. Lashley comes out though, and earlier in the night started a promo with Renee Young, which was interrupted by MVP, saying it's not how you address the Almighty. But he says he's going to hurt Swerve. And then MVP, Swerve basically calls out Lashley, saying, everyone wants to make a name off me. Rush wanted to do it. But Sheldon Benjamin last week 2 weeks ago tried to. We can have a go try to. Calls Bobby Lashley out. MVP comes out. Bobby is just start slowly taking his jacket off while MVP's chit-chatting away. Now, I really like you. We really like you. Eventually, MVP realized, oh, Bobby wants to fight. Okay. So Bobby goes ahead, takes stuff off. They start walking down the ringside. Meanwhile, everybody's like wondering, where's Sheldon Benjamin? You think he would have learned by now. No, Sheldon Benjamin jumps up from behind, jumps him, starts to pick the crap out of him. Bobby gets in the ring, literally picks him up and just slams him down for a spine buster. Yeah. Just gets the crap kicked out of him. Again. By Bobby. Again. Why? Because some people never learn. Some people never learn. That's it. They just never, ever learn. We'll see what happens with that one, folks. So, in order to establish Bobby Lashley, I've said before in this show, especially since Bobby Lashley debuted, is you need to have Bobby needs to beat Swerve convincingly. And that's how you're going to do it. Just constantly do it. You can't have Swerve win. Yes, you got to do a three-way, do 3 matches if you want, but Bobby needs to win. Anyway, the women tonight were very prominent on the show. I don't talk about this a lot on the show because a lot of times it's like a one-segment thing, but very prominent tonight for the most part. From what I gather, I think a lot of women will probably be happy about that, but it's very, very complimentary today because they were more prominent on the show tonight, as they had not so much in the past. Pay-per-views, absolutely, but tonight, lovely segment with Britt Baker versus Penelope Ford. Britt ends up winning with the lockjaw in a really interesting way, too. Like, Penelope Ford put her in a hold, and Britt, catching her jaw, turns her over onto the ground, and then eventually gets the lockjaw into her a proper way. It's like the spider kind of Spider-Man thing, just swoops around, and that's all he's gets it in there, gets the submission. Serena Deeb came out and basically challenged Brittany Baker to go again. Britt's like, I see nobody. Britt's looking good, though. She seems to be quite well. From what I understand, her and Cole have broken up, from what I understand. Now, they might have got back together since then, but this happened a few weeks ago. Yeah, she's be fine. Meh. Anyway, we also got Mercedes Moné and Camille still getting both sleeves planted. She rips on Camille, who had his arm in a sling because her arm got slammed into a door last week. And she ended up dropping Moné's jacket on the floor. And Moné's getting all pissed off because she dropped her $25,000 jacket, apparently. Who the hell buys a $25,000 jacket? Give a damn how rich you are. Ridiculous. It's nonsense. Highway robbery. Anyway. She's still yelling at Camille. Treat Camille like crap. It's a pretty girl who's very, very strong, and you're a small little girl. Bad idea. Anyway. Talking about how she's going to face Statlander. No, she's not very happy about facing Statlander, but she's going to stay there. Anyway, she denied the fact she tried to run over Statlander. Called Camille a horrible driver. She's not wrong. She can't hit a target. Anyway, Statlander sees him and starts brawling with Moné. Camille comes out, starts trying to brawl. Statlander's beating the crap out of Moné. Gave a few shots on Camille, and eventually puts Camille and Moné through a wall, just like with herself. Good segment, though. Nice to see, people go through walls. I enjoy it. It's exciting to me. A lot of things they got to do there. We also got the return of Mina Shirakawa. Now, we didn't see her with Mariah May. She was on the show again tonight. Disappointing. Like my favorite girl on that show, other than Brett. Mariah May was on the show, but Mina's having an interview with Renee Paquette. Got interrupted by Harley Cameron, who's acting like a little crazy. Harley Cameron's acting like she, had been saying that everybody like that Mina Shirakawa is like the Harley Cameron of Japan. Now she wants to have a match there. She's going tit for tat or tit for tit or whatever it is. It ended with both of them shaking their boobs in front of Renee. I'm not wrong. I'm not unhappy about that. I'm very happy with that, actually. But we're going to get that Mina Shirakawa versus Harley on Collision. Look, Mina's going to win. I love Harley Cameron, but Mina's going to win. Let's see. What else we have here on my show? Oh, we opened the show, though, with Christian Cage and Hangman Page versus the Bang Bang Gang. The Bang Bang. Jay White and Juice Robinson. Good match. Some stuff got a little screwy. One point they're on top rope, but Hangman's on top rope with Juice. A little slip of the nuts there. Almost catastrophe. Him getting a suplex from the top there. Hangman ends up beating Juice Robinson after interference, right? From Kip Sabian hitting Juice Robinson with the contract that Christian holds for a world title shot and hitting Deadeye. Hook shows up as well, runs off Nick Wayne. I don't understand Nick Wayne. I don't get him. I just don't get it. Anyway, I don't understand the Hook thing either anymore. I just don't. It's just me. I don't know. Cage gets battered around a lot in this match. To the point where we had to take a good 5 minutes to let Juice Robinson let Jay White go against Hangman Page for a while because he took a beating. I like this Hangman versus Jay White might also be runner-up to the Will Osprey Fletcher match at Full Gear's best match of the card. I think Bobby's going to squash Swerve. I think John's just going to dismantle Cassie at some point. We'll find out, though. All in all, though, guys, Dynamite was a pretty good show. I give it a kind of like a meh. 8 out of 10 is a good number. Right? 8 out of 10 is a good number. Let's go 7.5. Good. We're probably showing this thing. Mostly interviews, though. Not a lot of in-ring action, but mostly interviews and promo stuff, which is good. That's more than you usually see sometimes. Moxley is obviously going to dismantle probably Cassidy to maintain everything and what they're doing. Bobby Lashley just shows dominance. And FTR loses to the House of Black. Oh, that, folks. That was DA Wrestling. That was Dynamite recap for the Wednesday in the year of our Lord, 2024, November 13th. Make sure to like, share, subscribe all down below, folks. Make sure you follow us on all social media terms. That is AMP 1982 on X, as well as DA Wrestling or DA Sports on X, or D Lines in 1991 on X. We do have an Instagram account, but I'll be honest, I don't want to post a lot of crap on there, so don't even worry about it too much. Make sure you follow us on Podbean. Make sure you follow us on Spotify. Make sure you subscribe down the channel down below there. Thank you very much, folks. Have yourself a good night.